Super Earth, our home. Prosperity. Liberty.
Hi there.
Democracy. Our way of life.
Oh, hello.
But freedom doesn't come free.
No! Sweet liberty! No!
Look familiar? Scenes like these are happening all over the galaxy right now. You could be next. That is, unless you make the most important decision of your life. Prove to yourself that you have the strength and the courage to be free.
Join the Helldivers.
Become part of an elite peacekeeping force!
See exotic new life forms. And spread managed democracy throughout the galaxy. Become a hero. Become a legend. Become a Helldiver.
Helldivers 2 is a sci-fi cooperative third-person shooter game. It became available on February 8th of 2024, published by Sony Interactive Entertainment and made by game studio Arrowhead, and popular among the age bracket of 14 to 40 plus, a smashing hit compared to the first installment of the Helldivers game franchise. A reality where you as the player travels to different planets of the galactic system, liberating planets from bugs and bots alike. And I chose this subject because it describes that even the best products can be ruined by corporate greed, a phenomenon that can easily ruin products in a heartbeat, and Helldivers 2 is a victim of it, a controversy started by the game studio publishers, Sony. And the game stayed super popular until a rule was enforced that effectively killed the number of players that enjoyed the game, taking 90% of players who engaged in the game. People were arguing that this change could not affect anything in the slightest, pretty much saying that it's easy to make a PSN account and gamers were making a big whoop about it for nothing. But what people don't get is that most of the regions that had millions of players do not have access to PlayStation Network, meaning they cannot make an account in the first place. It was an optional choice that you could simply skip, which led to plenty of people from different regions buying Helldivers 2 on Steam without a PSN account. And because of the enforced rule, they were blocked from playing the game that they had paid $40 for. For those who are unaware of what a PSN account is, it's a title for an account you've created to be able to play video games on the PlayStation consoles in the first place. A policy pushed onto Helldivers that Sony claims is for security reasons. All things that can be researched through Sony's official PlayStation website. But unfortunately, like my height, it hasn't changed. And either way, Sony's infrastructure is the least secure on the planet. I would rather link my account to a known crypto scammer than link it to the Sony network. And they get hacked like every couple of years like clockwork. I wouldn't be surprised if hackers made their upcoming announcements on the next Sony hack. The reason they want everybody to make a PSN account is because it looks a lot better on their earnings report when going through the company's player count. It has ruined the reputation of Helldivers 2 due to people review bombing and boycotting the game. Many refunds were offered and many refunds were taken. And Helldivers 2 is just such an amazing game. There's really nothing like it. And it's just been tainted forever because of the decision from Sony. Another game run through the mud because of Sony's want for more money. And it would have been an amazing cash grab too if the executives had just kicked up their feet and ran with it. And in Sony realizing their mistake, they reversed the decision to force people to have a PSN account way too late. First starting the game on its launch date with millions of players, and now leaving it today with only thousands, making an obvious point that even the best products can be ruined by corporate greed, and the best way to deal with it is to boycott the product, but not without leaving scars. And that's the whole script on the project, and I just think it's so stupid. The game was literally released on February 8th of 2024, pretty close to the beginning of this year, and they just had to touch it in such a bad way too. They ruined it. There is nobody playing this game right now. Every time I log on, there's only like 5,000, maybe if you get lucky, 10,000 players playing the game. And it sucks because it was so good too. It was so good. Whenever I logged on to the game, it literally booted me out because there weren't enough slots open for me to be able to play the game. And this decision from Sony just destroyed the player base. Companies will go to many lengths to get more money, and it doesn't just apply to Helldivers 2. Like how other games are made with the same format and no creativity, but when it costs them dearly, it's too late. Sony found gold with this game, and they ruined it. Corporate greed can be the killer of many great things, and it sucks that this was the case for Helldivers 2.
Become a hero. Become a legend. Become